everyone, it's Lisa. Today on DoodleDrawArt, we're going to draw Lucy from the Peanuts movie. We're going to start off by drawing the location of her head. So I'm just going to float a circular shape here in the middle, and then we're going to have her neck coming down from here, and a triangle shape to show where her dress will go, and then we're going to have her legs coming down like this. She's going to be facing this way. So this is just a rough sketch to give you an idea of where your character will be placed on your page. It's always a good idea to start off with this because then you know you've got your proportions right. And in this case, the head is just about the same size as the body, and then the legs and feet are following below. Alright, so you can see we have some other Peanuts characters here on the side if you'd like to try one of those other videos after this one, but let's get going. So here in the head area, I'm going to start off by drawing, I could do it two ways. I could start with her hair or I could start with her face. Let's start with her hair, what the heck. So I'm just going to make sort of a bump out here for one of her curls, and then I'm going to have another bump, and then one that's going to come towards her ear and stop. Then we're going to come to the end of this first bump, and if you wanted to, you could sort of show these other rolls sort of coming along. But from here, we're going to come up for the back of her head, and we're going to come around until we get to this ear spot again. And we might as well draw the ear while we're here. So we're just going to have her ear coming out and sticking to the side like this. Now let's go back up to this first larger bump for her hair, and we're going to place our pencil sort of right in here where it's coming in towards the end, and we're going to start off by making the area where her eyes come in, and then it gets wider for her cheek area, and then we're just going to scoop all the way around until we get back to this ear here. So here we go, around and scoop until we get back. So this is the bottom of her face, and then we have one ear on this side, and we can just see a hint of the other ear on that side, and she's got another big black curl here and another big black curl here. So if you'd like, this is a good time to clean up these little sketch lines that we've still got showing, and afterwards we're going to go over this with our final coloring and markers, so we'll be able to erase all of these lines eventually. So now let's draw her facial features, and they're going to be mostly centered up here in the center of her face. So why don't we start off with her nose? And so her nose is just going to be mostly a circle right in here, but we maybe don't see the whole thing. So because her face is angled that way, we're more going to see just that much of her nose, not the whole circle part. And then we're going to have an eyeball right here, little black oval, and another eyeball right here. And she might have some little wrinkles on her face here, because sometimes these Peanuts characters do have sort of heavier lines on the other side of their eyes. And then her eyebrows are way up here, peeking out around her hairline. So you can just sort of get the hint of the eyebrows up there. And then she's smiling. So we're going to start off from one side here. We're just going to draw a smile around to the other. And that is it. We have just drawn Lucy's face. I'm just going to clean this up. I think I put it a little lower than I wanted to. It does go down very low, her face, her smile, but I was just a little lower than I wanted it to be. So if you don't like the way yours looks, go right ahead and improve it as you go. There are no mistakes, only the change of plans. Alright, so next we're going to move on and start to work on her body. So here we go. We're going to draw her neck, just two lines coming down like this. And then we're going to draw the top of her dress, so just a U shape. And then it's got like these flower petal sort of edges on the top of her collar. So these first few are sort of full on, and then sideways as we go further, you just see the edges of the petals. Next we'll draw the dress. Now she's going to have her hands behind her back, so we don't have to worry about those. We're going to come right from the top here and draw kind of a cone shape that comes down from the top of the dress down to the bottom like so, and then across pretty much a curved cone line like so. And then her dress is held on with some buttons of some sort, maybe, I don't know, with two little darker sections here with buttons. And then she's got poofy sleeves, so we'll just draw poofs coming out like this, and the top edge of her sleeve and her arm. And same thing here, poof for her sleeve. There's going to be her arm here, and some more poof. So it's a little bit of an irregular shape. It's not a circle really, it's just kind of a blobby shape. But I did go, for these lines, I made them go perpendicular to the arm shape. So perpendicular means like T-shaped. So here, same thing, I went across this and then down for the arm. Great, we're getting there. So now her skirt has a bottom section that kind of pokes out like this and makes its way around to the back, like so. And it has a bow, so we're going to make a loop, and then we're going to make a curve that dents in and out, and then comes back in towards her dress like that. And I might even want to make this dress hem a little bit wider, so I'm going to do that right now. Haha, much better. Okay, so now we have her legs, and she's standing with her legs touching, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3 lines for her legs, and then the top of her socks for each leg. And then we're going to draw, there's going to be like lines in her socks like this. And then she's wearing a pair of, I think they're called Oxford shoes, but they're basically just white and black shoes. And in the Peanuts, the feet kind of stick out behind a little bit here. And then we just have the black part here in the middle like this. And then the same thing for the other side. We're going to have the socks and the shoes coming out like this, with, you can see the edges where the black is. All right, so those are all the lines that we need to draw Lucy Van Pelt. And now I'm going to go over this with my permanent marker or my Sharpie, and I'm going to erase all of my pencil lines and color it in. So I hope you enjoyed watching me draw Lucy today, and maybe you've drawn her too. I'd love it if you would comment on my video, and if you liked watching me draw it, please click like, and you could subscribe for more Doodle Draw art. And of course, you could choose something else to draw next. Thanks for watching.